You're probably like, Carolyn, why are you wearing a sweater? It's like nice outside. Well, first of all, my house is cold. Second of all, I did not go anywhere last summer, which means I have zero cute summer clothing. So I need to go shopping. Hello guys, Carolyn here. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly Kingdom review. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. If you want to see the first half of the performances, because this week was the second half of the performances, definitely check out that video I did last week. Yeah, if you want to see happened last week in the first three performances, I won't really be talking about them in this video, so go ahead and check out the video from last week. I'll go ahead and link it here, I think here. But yeah, today we're going to talk about episode 3, which was the second half of the first official round of Kingdom. And I want to say that in this episode, SF9, Ateez, and Stray Kids all went. And those are like the 3 groups I went into Kingdom being like, I'm so excited for these groups. Like these are like some of my top boy groups. So I was definitely super excited that they were all in the same episode. As much as I love B2B and Icon and the boys, these are the 3 groups that I'm here for. So Stray Kids went first, which means they went 4th overall. They got to choose the order, so they chose to go 4th, and they performed a mashup of Side Effects and God's Menu because of course they had to perform God's Menu on Kingdom. It's like they were talking about in their little meeting, they were like, we can't just not perform God's Menu, like that's our song. Like I feel like that's one of their like most known title tracks currently, so of course they have to perform that. There wasn't a ton of, there was a ton of backstory, but there wasn't a lot of like drama or whatever. So they basically just went through, talked about how they wanted to choose different kinds of songs. We saw Chan working his magic in his studio, trying to mix the songs together and make them sound really good together. Also, Side Effects is one of my favorite B-sides from Stray Kids, so I'm so excited they chose to perform this song. And their performance was so cool. There were so many things going on in their performance. There were like different rooms, all the members were doing different things. And I just really like the camera work for this performance because it made it seem like they were performing in this huge building, basically. Like it didn't seem like it was a stage, and the way that they like made everything come together with their camera angles was so cool. The only like main thing that really happened during their like little backstory time was Wooyoung of 2PM came and brought them fruit and smoothies and stuff, and they talked about like having confidence on stage and, you know, doing well for this performance. And when Wooyoung walked in, I'm a second gen stan if you don't know, so I've been in K-pop since 2009. When Wooyoung walked in, I like did not recognize him. I was like, he looks old. I'm sorry if that's like whatever, but he looked really old in that clip. And so before he took his like hat off and whatever and actually came in, I was like, who did they invite? I really thought they were gonna invite JYP, and I was like not ready to see JYP. I was like, please, anybody except JYP, please, just not JYP. Yeah, so they performed super cool. I really like the use of the bell in their performance as well. I thought that like Felix starts out holding the bell and it slowly gets passed to a bunch of other members, which I didn't think was gonna happen because when they were practicing it seemed like Felix was the only one who's gonna have a bell. The next group to perform was Ateez. So Ateez did Wonderland and they had like a classical twist to it. So yeah, I really liked that performance from Ateez. Their whole backstory was about how they were literally making a comeback during this time, which I hadn't put those two together because I just, you know, I didn't really know when Kingdom was being filmed. Maybe that was information that was shared that I just missed, but I had no idea when Kingdom was being filmed. So the fact that it all happened like during their comeback season, I cannot even imagine, because so much work goes into each stage for shows like Kingdom and Road to Kingdom. Fully promoting, knowing the amount of fan signs they did, knowing the amount of music shows they went on, because they don't have any music show restrictions, I'm pretty sure. Just like knowing how much they did. And like there was one point, I don't remember who was talking, but somebody was saying like, oh, you know, we went to M Countdown and then we went to practice and then we woke up the next day and went to Music Bank, and that was like our entire day, or like we didn't really sleep much and then went to Music Bank. And I was like, I don't know how you were able to, first of all, Hongjoong remixed the song, so I don't know how he was able to do that along with like learning new comeback choreo, and like the way that they had to remake Wonderland because Mingy is not there. It's just like, I just am super impressed. Like their stage was incredible, and I don't know how they did it. Like I truly don't know how they're all standing right now, because that's intense. Like they starting promotions, doing everything that comes along with promotions, and like having this Kingdom performance is like incredible Kingdom performance too, because you know it's not like a 3-minute performance like a music show. It's like a 6-minute like storyline. Like it's a huge performance. So shout out to Ateez for that, man. That was really impressive. So I really loved Hongjoong's energy at the very beginning of the song. Hongjoong is my bias in Ateez, if you don't know, and I just love his energy on stage. Like I've seen Ateez in person before at a concert, and they're just like, the energy they bring to every stage is so amazing. But I especially love Hongjoong's energy on stage. That's one of the reasons he's my bias, one of the many. But he starts off that performance and I'm like, all right, let's go. Like let's do this thing, because you know when Hongjoong comes on stage and he's like yelling and screaming, that like it's about to go down. But yes, it took place on a ship, which I loved the ship stage. I thought that that was like so freaking pretty, and I just loved the camera angles. Again, the camera work for this performance was so good, which is something like, you know, Mnet, whatever, but but I just loved how they made the stage seem so huge. They also had a Kraken, which I thought was cool. Bobby of iKON was like in the back like, get the Kraken, like like totally into this performance. So that was really amazing. And then Sunghwa comes by and he like shoots the Kraken, and Bobby's like, oh, they killed it, yeah. And then Jungkook had a high note, which I don't think, that boy's got vocals, okay? He has the vocal powers, he has the lung power, but I don't think I've ever heard him yell, like have a note like that before. Like that was like scary impressive. The power of his vocals, I'm like scared. I'm scared for the future of Ateez, because can't even imagine what they're gonna be like in like 3 years. Like they're like so powerful. Like they're power rookies already, but yeah. So Ateez's performance, loved it, super nice. SF9 went last, so I really liked how at the beginning when they announced like, oh, SF9's going up, iKON was in the next room like yelling like, go SF9, because Chanu and Chani are friends, like childhood friends, and so I love that interaction between iKON and SF9. Like that's why I watch the show, for the interactions. So they performed Now or Never. Their backstory was how it was so difficult for everyone to get together because of everyone's individual schedules. They showed like Rowan's not in this performance, but they showed like the members of different acting schedules and different like musical schedules and everything. So I think it's like Youngbin and Taeyang are like in the practice room like all day, like, hey, whenever you get a chance, like stop by so we can teach you the choreography. So I can't even imagine how difficult it was to plan a performance like theirs when they barely had the chance to like be in the same room together because of their schedules. I really liked the interaction between Chani and Bowman though. I love Golden Child, so seeing Bowman, I was like, Bowman, what are you doing? Super cute. But yeah, they were trying to coordinate with the dancers on stage. They've never had this many dancers in a performance before. They had so little time to practice all in the same room, and when you have 8 people, that's a lot of people to coordinate choreography with if you can't all be in the same room together. Like I have no idea how SF9 pulled this stage off. Jaeyoon was also part of the storyline here for the backstory. So he has this part in the performance where he climbs up onto the backs of a bunch of the dancers and then he jumps off. And so he hurt his knee once doing it, and I think he also hurt his ankle once doing it. And so he's trying to do this like supposedly really cool shot, and he's like struggling to do it, and I was like, Jaeyoon, it's okay, like you're doing a great job. But yeah, the performance ended well, nobody got hurt, which was good, but Jaeyoon was really worried about his part and just trying to do well, because I guess he had less schedules than other members who better trained or like more prepared, I guess, because kind of the way he said it was like other members probably could have done this part a little better, or like could have done things like this before, done moves like this before, but because everyone's so busy, like I took over this role. So yeah, the performance ended well. I was like holding my breath during Jaeyoon's part. I was like, oh my gosh, please don't fall. So that was the performances, and then they did the pros and the individual team evaluations. Obviously fan evaluation ended today, I think, but yeah, so they went through the rankings. The winner of this round gets the points, obviously, and then they also get to choose the order for the next round, which the next round seems so interesting. I'm so excited for it. So the groups like this. So Ateez was first, Stray Kids was second, the boys were third, SF9 was fourth, iKON was fifth, and BTOB was sixth, which was like, I don't know if I agree with BTOB being sixth, but I don't know. The individual ranking was Ateez was first, Stray Kids and the boys were tied. No, BTOB were tied. Stray Kids and BTOB were tied, and then the boys were fourth. iKON was fifth and SF9 was sixth, which means that none of the teams voted for SF9's stage, which was like real sad that they did that in front of everybody. Like, why? Like, why? For the drama? Why? And then overall ranking was Ateez got first place, Stray Kids got second place, the boys got third, BTOB got fourth, iKON got fifth, and SF9 got sixth. So lots of regrets. I don't think I would have been happy with anyone in sixth place, but just like knowing SF9's whole storyline and then seeing them get sixth, I was like, and then iKON's whole storyline from last time where they were like sad, like really upset that they got sixth place in the first round, and just getting fifth place in the second round is like, or that wasn't the real first round, but you know what I mean, like the first time they had to rank each other. It's just like so sad. It was a really sad ranking. I'm proud of Ateez though. I definitely want to rank the performances, but I definitely think that Ateez's was incredible, and I definitely think they deserve this first place. I also would have been happy with Stray Kids getting first place, but that might be because I'm in my Stray Kids field right now, but their performance was amazing as well. So that was really it for this week. Next week they are doing, they have to switch songs with a different group, and I'm so excited for this. I feel like it's going to be so cool, because a lot of groups have kind of played it safe so far as their concepts. Like they are being very true to their concepts, so this will force them to switch up their concepts a little bit, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to just seeing the covers of other group songs, so I think that's going to be really, really cool, and I'm excited to see like who picks what, especially with groups like whoever gets BTOB, which supposedly is Stray Kids gets BTOB. I'm excited to see how, like, you know, because BTOB has such a wide variety of music. Like, I feel like whoever gets BTOB is gonna have a great time. They have so much like different music. They have, like, Eunkwang was saying once, like they have like 200 songs to their name, so there's plenty of songs to choose from. But yeah, it's just gonna be really interesting, and I'm excited to see who covers iKON as well. I think that's gonna be really cool. I hope you enjoyed my Kingdom review this time around. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. This week's episode, who was your favorite performance? Let me know. Like I said, I'm feeling towards Stray Kids and Ateez. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.